Hello, guys. At this point, I'd like to talk about the Jesuit influence on the Round Table. You cannot really understand what this, secret society was all about without, understanding the Jesuits and how they operated. Let us talk about, say a couple of things about the Jesuits. By the way, something really interesting. I'm sure most of you know who Heinrich Himmler was. He was essentially in charge of Waffen SS, this police organization in the Third Reich. He was one of Hitler's greatest employees, you can say, and you know he was a great expert on the Jesuits. Actually, one of the greatest experts ever. Like I don't think a lot of people, like a lot of modern day historians, could match Heinrich Himmler in his knowledge of Jesuits and how the Jesuits worked. I mean, he spent few years just reading non-stop about Jesuits. Like before he would go to bed, like most nights he would just read something about the Jesuits. So Waffen SS was very much influenced by the Jesuits, and so was the Round Table. Well, Jesuits were a Catholic order founded by Ignatius Loyola, and their symbol is IHS. So this is Ignatius Loyola, and a lot of people think he was Spanish, but he was not. He was actually a Basque. He was one of these, really interesting people, Basques whose language still cannot be classified. Like they speak this language which differs from every single language in the whole world. I mean, it's not a Romance language. It's not an Indo-European language, and it's not really a language related to any other language in the world. And Ignatius Loyola was, one of these Basque people, and super interesting. What this language actually, where did it come from? And some people even, say it was, the only language which survived from Atlantis. Like somehow the Atlantean, civilization, which I mean, a lot of people don't even believe in. Like, some people survived Atlantis and they came to, what is now Spain, and that's, what the Basques are. But anyways, Ignatius Loyola started this Catholic order. Like, I don't want to call it a secret society. It never was a secret society. The Jesuits. And the interesting thing about the Jesuits is that their organization was not vertical. Okay, it was not sort of the guy at the top and like the president and the kind of ministers and the lower. It was not like that. It was kind of like a beehive, you can think of it. Very much, much more horizontal organization. It was, sometimes they speak about, layers of an onion, like circles inside circles inside circles. And people in the inner circle have a hard time knowing about the circle above them. Like there was this lack of clarity and transparency, you can say. Not a clear hierarchy, but more like a you can also think of it as modern day social network. Think about Facebook. Like, do you know, like your friends and their friends, how they relate to your friends? Like, no, it's, I mean, you do know like your immediate friends, but outside of that you kind of have no idea, like, and who is at the top of it all. Like, I mean, you just do not know. It's a horizontal structure, and that's the way the round table was planned. That's the way Cecil Rhodes wanted it to be. He did not, want it to be a horizontal structure, but he wanted it to be like the Jesuits. You do know who your, leader is. Like, you do have your kind of immediate supervisor, but you do not know who his supervisor is. And that guy above that supervisor does not know who his supervisor is. And, no one really knows who they work for. And very much similar organizational structure was implemented by the infamous Illuminati. So the leader of the Illuminati, Adam Weishaupt, he did not want anyone to know that he is running the show. He did not want anyone to know that he was the leader. He just let people know their immediate supervisor, but they did not know who is above him, and that guy above did not know who's above him. And this created a really interesting situation in which people have a goal, but they do not really know the big picture. They do not know they just know their little what their homework is, but they do not really know the big picture. And by the nature of this society, they're actually excluded from knowing the whole big picture. Really, really interesting.